Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for August 10th through the 17th. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead for you all with this lovely mermaid themed deck here to go with our ocean and mermaid theme for the summertime. And then we're going to pull an oracle message for you all from this mermaid oracle deck at the end. So without further ado, Sagittarius, let's connect here and let's see what's going on for Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising in the week ahead. Alrighty, my darlings, let's see what's going on for Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising in the week ahead. All right, Saggies, so without further ado, we're gonna see what's going on for you. Your first card here, well, how very nice, is 10 of Cups. Now, I need to clarify something for you guys, especially those of you who are new here. Every single month I do a love reading, and then in the weekly readings, I focus on everything other than love and romance, because so many readers do love and romance. In the weekly readings, I focus on spirituality, blockage removal, healing, career, finance, whatever spirit wants to talk about for that zodiac sign, other than love and romance. And I know traditionally 10 of Cups, people see 10 of Cups and they immediately think of marriage, but this card has so many layers, it has so many meanings. So applying it outside of relationship, applying it outside of love and romance, this is a card that's going to indicate fulfillment, happiness, and joy in all areas of your life. Okay, like you're just satisfied in every area of your life. And this is a card that comes with the meaning of inner peace, having a sense of inner peace, just having a joy, of a fullness, a wholeness from within that just simply cannot be taken away from you. It's happiness not based on outward circumstances, okay, but a fullness and a wholeness within yourself, and everything in your life outside of that is a reflection of what you've got going on inside. And Sagittarius, this is very interesting because I don't normally feel this feeling around the 10 of Cups, but I'm feeling it for you guys in this instance. It's giving me a sense or a feeling like there was like this massive anger and you've finally released it. So some of you may have had a very powerful release in this most recent full moon energy we just had. We just had a full moon on August 4th. And so a lot of you may have released anger, or you may have finally been able to release like this seething resentment, or a betrayal from your past that was really robbing you of your joy, causing you a lot of pain. Like a lot of you, just without even trying, I just feel it left you. Like it finally left you, and it's not robbing you of your peace anymore, and you're able to rest and you're able to heal. And so there's just this feeling of, now that it's out of the way, now you're beginning to fill up with positivity. Now you're beginning to fill up with self-love and happiness and joy and gratitude and new experiences. It's a very beautiful energy, Sagittarius. Beautiful energy that I'm feeling around you guys with this card. The next card that you all have coming up here, my darlings, is it's a good week to be a Sagittarius. I wish I was a Sagittarius this week. Your next card here is the Empress. This is like one of my favorite Empress cards. It's just so beautiful. I love this deck. Oops, sorry. My little butter fingers here. Now, the Empress is going to be energy here of major arcana. And anytime we're in the major arcana energy, we are in the energy of a new chapter, a new beginning, okay? Doing something that we came here to do, doing something that we came here to accomplish, right? I have to say, to have 10 of Cups followed by the Empress sure is like on top of the world kind of energy. And some of you may not be feeling that way. You might be like, I don't know what to tell you, Amethyst, but I feel so opposite of that. these cards are coming up to tell you this is where you're headed, because you guys aren't all on the same exact place in the journey. Some of you are just beginning, some of you are in the middle, some of you are towards the end. But this is the energy that's coming in this week over time for you guys, Sagittarius. And you have the Empress card coming up here, and the Empress card is going to be accomplishment, success, creativity, fertility, right? You know, if you do book a private reading with me, I'm going to let you guys know right here and right now, I do not predict pregnancy. That is not one of my reading expertise, okay? But this card can traditionally indicate, for those of you that are like wanting to have a family or thinking along those lines, there could be an adoption or a pregnancy coming up for you that you're manifesting. But overall, guys, the bigger, deeper meaning of the Empress is that divine feminine energy. So you're stepping into your divine energy, divine feminine energy, and you're attracting divine feminine energy into your life. Okay, whether it is to collaborate, whether it is for association and companionship, whether it is for romance, whatever it may be, you're stepping into the energy and you're calling the energy into your life. And the Empress for me is a card that comes up when we have power over other people, but we don't use it in a manipulative way. We use it for good, and we use it to build up rather than to tear down or to destroy. And it's a power that other people give to us out of their respect for us. So Sagittarius, I feel like you're coming into a time where you have genuine respect, right? Like the people in your life, they're getting it together. They've began to realize, they've began to understand ways in which they've not been fair towards you, or they've mistreated you, or, you know, left you feeling insulted or unappreciated. And they're not like terrified of you, like you're gonna come and scream at them and beat them up, but they genuinely have this feeling of like, I really don't want Sagittarius to think less of me. I really care what Sagittarius thinks about me. I'm so sad to like think about possibly hurting Sagittarius. So like they're stepping into line out of their respect for you. Like out of their respect for you, they don't want to be seen as somebody that you don't trust, or that you feel is being disrespectful or rude. So there may be some kind of like falling into line. This is such a random message, but you know, my rule is if I hear it, I have to say it. And I know it's not going to be for every single one of you, so bear with me if it doesn't apply to you. But I feel for some of you, there's some kind of like peace, or like something is being settled once and for all in a family dynamic. For those of you who are parents, you may have had a lot of outside influence around your parenting. Okay, so maybe it was your parents that were being very critical, or they were kind of, you know, going and telling your kid, you know, something very opposite of what you were saying. Like if you said no, you know, grandma and grandpa were like, oh no, it's okay, honey, you know, grandma and grandpa got you. Oh, let me turn off the AC. You guys will have to let me know that AC sound, if it's really distracting or bothering you or not, because I tend to have it off even when it's really, really hot, because I think maybe sometimes that AC noise might make it hard for you guys to hear. But if it's not distracting, let me know, and then that way I won't be melting while I'm reading for you. But going back to the parenting thing, you know, or maybe it's your partner. You know, maybe there's been stress in the family dynamic because you say one thing and your partner says another, or maybe your in-laws, right? Maybe like your in-laws are like undermining your parenting. I feel something is happening where there's finally, like, once and for all, an understanding, right? Like, you have to respect my parenting, right? There could even be something where some of you are drawing a line with someone. Like, look, this is my child. This isn't your child. This is my child. And if you want to be in my child's life, you can't be undermining what I say. So some of you might even be setting a boundary in that way. Not an ultimatum, mind you, not an ultimatum, but just like, look, I can't have my kid being around this, or I can't have my kid not having the proper or appropriate structure. And if you're going to be a bad example, I can't have my kid around you. So it might be something of that for some of you as well. Your next card here, Sagittarius, is, oh, one more thing before I move on. The Empress is also very entrepreneur kind of energy, like projects, creative projects, businesses, enterprise. So some of you might really be beginning to see some self-employment venture beginning to take shape and to move forward. Your next card here, now this is really interesting, is Four of Cups. And I know some of you might be like, what the heck, Amethyst? How are we going from such happy cards to this very sad looking card here? And I'm going to explain it to you. I was just talking to those of you who were looking at this reading, and you were like, oh my gosh, I don't know how. Like, that sounds great. That sounds wonderful. I would love to have 10 of Cups energy. I would love to be in the Empress energy, but my life is so far away from that. I don't know how to get from where I am now to these cards that just came up. This card is answering you and telling you how. This card is telling you right now how you're going to get from where you're at to these really happy high vibration cards. Four of Cups is a card that a lot of the times we associate with having tunnel vision, right? Like the universe is trying to show us another way, or the universe is trying to offer us something that's going to be good for us, but we're so hung up on what happened in the past, or we're so hung up on what we wanted or how we wanted something to happen, that we begin to block ourselves. We're like, well, no, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to be sad about how things are. And universe is like, hello, hello, like trying to offer us something. So for some of you, it's just being open to the changes and trusting the detours. But for the majority of you, this card is touching on the concept of divine discontentment, which is something that the mystic, prophet, the poet Rumi wrote about, divine discontentment. And so basically divine discontentment is when we have this awakening where we become unsatisfied or like dissatisfied with aspects of our life, because we realize so much more is possible. And we realize, and we see what other people have, and we realize that, hey, I'm worthy too. Like, if they have it, why can't I? It's not jealousy, it's not envy, because you're not looking at other people like, ooh, why do you have that? Oh, I hate you. No, it's just like, I could have that too. Why shouldn't I have that? Right? I'm just as good as anybody else. It's not like a jealousy or an envy, but you begin to see what other people have, and you begin to see what other people are accomplishing, and you're like, I'm a person too. I'm just as good and just as valuable as anybody else. And if other people have this stuff, why can't I have this stuff? Right? And so it's this divine discontentment where we choose to aim higher. Like, we're not going to settle anymore. And I feel that for Sagittarius, some of you, this goes really deep, because I feel like you already went through a really significant battle. Maybe some of you like over the last 6 to 10 years. And maybe like the past few years, you kind of came out of a significant battle and you got some kind of normalcy in your life. You got some kind of stability in your life. And like things like, were better than what you came out of. And now you're beginning to realize, hey, I'm grateful for what I have, but a lot of this stuff is bare minimum. A lot of this stuff is just basic human need. And I'm glad that I have, excuse me, I'm glad that I have my basic human needs. I'm grateful for what I have, because I know what it was like not to have this stuff. But this is basic. Like, I'm ready for more. I'm ready for the bells and whistles. I'm ready for the cherry on top of the sundae, right? I'm ready for the seasoning and the spice of life. I'm ready for more. And so a lot of you are in that energy, in that way of this divine discontentment, where you're ready for more than just, you know, bare minimum sliding by here. And I don't only mean financially, right? Like, for example, maybe you left an abusive relationship and you're really, really happy that you're in an environment now where somebody's not screaming at you and hitting you. That is a wonderful thing to be happy about. But at the end of the day, that's bare minimum, right? And you can be like, well, I'm really glad I'm not in that abusive relationship anymore where I'm not being yelled and like physically harmed. But you know what? Now I'm ready for emotionally intimate connections. Now I'm ready for some real friends that I can lean on and have a good time with and connect with. Or now I'm ready for a relationship where we build each other up and we encourage each other and we build toward the future. I'm just giving an example, right? So those are ways in which you're ready for more than just the bare basic, you know, minimum. Your next card here, Sagittarius, is Seven of Pentacles. There's a little baby in here too. So that Empress card, and then we've got a little baby in here. So some of you might be expecting or beginning to work on a family. I feel if you're watching this because you found out recently that you're going to have a kid and you're freaking out, like you're freaking out because of everything that's happening in the world right now, or it just happened for you at a time that you weren't expecting it, like Spirit's telling you it's going to be okay, right? Seven of Pentacles indicates here that this isn't going to be a quick process, right? This is, and obviously a child is a lifelong thing, right? But whatever it is, maybe for some of you, this baby, this conception is symbolic. Maybe it's not a literal baby, but it's your plans, your hopes, your dreams, you know, some project or idea, or going back to school, whatever your baby is. It might not be a literal baby, but whatever your baby is, it's going to thrive. It's going to flourish. But it's also going to take time, and it's going to require that you consistently put in the work. Right? Put in the work and let things grow over time. Don't rush it. Don't push it. Have faith in the process. Have faith in the universe. Have faith in yourself. And don't overwork it. Right? Don't panic. Don't cling. Don't like obsess about it. Just do the work and let things pan out. Let things grow. We're going to go ahead and check out your oracle message here. And as always, guys, these are general messages, so they may resonate, they may not resonate entirely. Sometimes it's a good idea to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos because some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to click on the Calendly link, you can schedule a private reading with me there. So your card here is, bump, bump, bump. Watch your thoughts. It's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear, right? So this is really important for those of you that are going through this transition where you're going from the really heavy energy, working your way to the Ten of Cups, working your way to the Empress, working your way to the Seven of Pentacles, to the cards that are going to be, you know, reaping your harvest. You got to keep your eyes on the prize, my darlings. Okay, don't focus on the terror, don't focus on the fear, but focus on the happiness, focus on the end result. Also, those of you that you are doing like visualization work where you're trying to visualize this happy life and you're trying to visualize what's happening, don't try to visualize the storyline of how you get there. Don't get hung up on it. That complicates it, that slows things down. Just see yourself in the end result. Okay, see yourself in the end result. So I hope that this is helpful. Again, you may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign video. If you want love and romance reading, that is linked in the description of the video for August. Channeled angel messages are linked in the description of the video for August if you haven't checked out your channeled angel messages yet. And every single day on Instagram and Facebook, I post a daily card of the day, and then I post a nice little pick a card that a lot of people are enjoying. And I'm gonna every month pick at the end of the month one person for a free 30-minute reading. and another person will win the prize for the month. So this month is a beautiful painting by Mixed Media Girl that immediately when I saw it, I thought of Archangel Uriel, which is why I have these nails. Uriel is yellow and orange. And it was just such a beautiful painting. And I was like, wow, like I love, I almost wanted it for myself, but I don't have like a lot, I don't have a lot of yellow and orange in my place. And I was like, I'm going to let it go to, you know, to whoever it's meant to be. I want to gift it to somebody, you know. It's such a beautiful painting. If you want to see it, it's on my social media. But one person will win the painting and one person will win the free 30-minute reading. I'm just picking one person from each page from the comments and the likes. That's it. You don't have to share it with your friends. You don't have to tag people. If it moves you and you hit like, or if it moves you and you leave a comment, you know, I'm just going to go through those comments and likes and pick one person from each page for winning the monthly giveaways. So I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, Sagittarius. Take care.